everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Janet, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a like to let me know that you're liking my content, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so YouTube can notify you when I upload a new video. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. I wanted to talk about a topic that I see and hear so often, well, on any sort of diet whatsoever, not just keto, and that is losing motivation. We all go through it at one point or another during our weight loss journey, and I am here to talk about that today in today's video, and as well to give you some tips that maybe will help you to gain your motivation once again. So I feel when we start our weight loss journey, wherever it is that we start at, whatever weight we start at, mine was 240 pounds, and I just reached a point that I was tired of all of the weight and how it was holding me back on doing a lot of things. I didn't feel good about myself. I couldn't do things with my kids. I couldn't even go up like 7 stairs when we came in our house. I was already out of breath. And I was just tired of it. I was plain old tired. That is what brought me to keto. I needed something that was a little bit more sustainable for me because I have tried every diet there is out there. It has all worked, but I also did gain weight back. And that was the key that I kind of wanted to fix. Like I've said before, I want to go more into detail with the mental aspect of things, but definitely keto was the one thing that I thought, you know what, I can probably stick with this because I can still incorporate foods that I love and I don't have to be so restrictive on things that I love, if that makes sense. So the things that I loved at that time when I started my weight loss journey at 240 pounds was the breads, the pastas, and all of those things. I absolutely loved those and I could not get enough. I was eating the second helpings, if not third helpings of what I should be having. And no matter how much I had, I always wanted more. If I had 1 slice of toast, I wanted 4 slices of toast. So that's why, another reason, there's more why I gained weight back, but definitely as far as the food aspect, that is one reason why I gained weight back, because any other diet, and I'm not bashing any other diet by any means, it all worked for me, but just long-term sustainability, keto was perfect for me because I'm not the type to have just one chip, okay? And there's more of this mentally, like I said, I want to go into later on in videos, but I could not just stop at 1 chip. I had to finish the whole bag, whether that was a serving bag like the little ones, or if it was a bigger ones, I had to finish the whole bag. People say, well, why can't you just have like 1 donut? Just stop at 1 donut. Yeah, I couldn't. There was no way that I could stop at 1 donut. And that was one reason how I gained motivation in order for me to start the keto diet, because that was motivating in itself to think that I could eat these foods, I could still have the burgers, I could have cheese, I could have bacon, all the things that I love, and I would still be able to eat, a somewhat larger of a quantity rather than limiting myself to 1 slice of bacon. I just found that limiting myself was definitely a problem in itself, and that's why I chose the keto diet. So let's get into motivation. Like I said, when I first started, my motivation was kind of to stick with the foods that I loved, and that was what was going to keep me on plan. And it did, especially seeing the weight go down on the scale. That was very motivating. But as time went on, I lost my motivation. And I feel like motivation cannot get you through towards the very end of your weight loss. Motivation dies off and the motivation kind of is replaced with determination. Now, I feel like in order for you to be successful on your weight loss journey, it is not a race by any means. It might take you 2 years, 5 years. It doesn't really matter how long it takes you, as long as you keep going in the right direction. We all have off-plan meals. We all have too many carbs one day. Even if you're staying keto, you can still have too many carbs. We've all been there, whether it's off-plan or if it's still on plan. We always lose that motivation, but we need determination to get us through. So determination is kind of focusing on one goal, and no matter what, you will get to that goal. So that's another reason why I feel that motivation is kind of replaced by determination, because motivation only lasts so long. And in order for you to keep that motivation and to keep going, you need determination, right? How many of those who have lost motivation, you know, it's really, really hard to get that motivation back. But if you are persistent and you are determined to be successful this time around in your weight loss journey, you will get that motivation back. But motivation does not stick with you the whole entire weight loss. It took me 1.5 years, almost 2 years, to lose over 100 pounds. And during those times, I definitely lost motivation. Probably I lost motivation more times than I had motivation. Because once you start losing that weight and you get to that plateau, which I'm sure everybody that is watching has reached a plateau in their weight loss journey. If not, I hate to tell you, but you will reach that plateau. And you start losing motivation at that point because you're the same weight for weeks on end. For some people, it's 6 to 8 weeks that you are not going anywhere. And the only thing that will get you through that is determination. That is one thing that I realized, that even if you're not motivated, you know what, that's okay. But you need to keep determination and to be determined that you will be successful in your weight loss journey. So on my channel, as most of you know who have been here for a long time, I share a variety of things on my YouTube channel. You know, not every video doesn't satisfy everybody's needs. And I don't want it to. I actually don't want that on my channel. I want a variety of things on my channel that it will be suitable for every person that is watching my channel. So that is why I make clean keto. That is why I make keto sweets. That is why I make protein sparing modified fast recipes. This is why I do the different videos on my channel that you see and you're kind of saying, well, you know what, this video really isn't for me, or I wish you wouldn't make sweet treats while on keto, or I wish you wouldn't make so many protein sparing modified fast recipes. But the whole thing is that everybody is at different points in their weight loss journey, and you have to respect that. Somebody that is just starting out on keto really appreciate those clean keto meals in order for me to lose over 100 pounds. And that is why I do share some of those on my YouTube channel. For me, I'm getting closer to maintenance, just as I'm sure some of you are. And that's why I share my keto sweet recipes, because we're a little bit more lenient in our diet once we get to our goal weight. We're not so strict on ourselves because we're trying to find that maintenance balance where you don't want to be in a deficit all of the time. So it gives you a little bit of leeway to find that balance. So on my channel, I share a variety of things on my channel, and I hope it benefits every single one of you, right? You know, I feel like if I did this channel only for one specific person, there would only be a few of you watching. Everybody is at different points in their weight loss journey. But I want to explain that it is determination that keeps you going in your weight loss journey. And that's what I try to keep also in my videos, is not necessarily the motivation. You know, I try to inspire you. You can be inspired throughout your whole entire weight loss journey. But, you know, motivation only comes, I feel, at the beginning. Yes, your motivation kind of comes and goes. But I feel the one term that you need to remember is determination. You have to desire a positive outcome of your weight loss story, right? It doesn't matter if you're plateauing, even if you gain a little bit, you guys. Get back on that horse and be determined to meet your weight loss goals. Okay. Another thing that I want to talk about with determination is also discipline. That is one thing that kind of kept me going in my weight loss journey as well. You know, we all need to be disciplined, and if one thing isn't working for you, I 100% think to change it up. Whether that is going higher carbs, lower carbs, cleaner keto, whatever it may be, discipline and knowing your own body. What works for me may not work for you, and everybody is different on their own weight loss journey. There are people that have been successful by just counting calories, by doing Weight Watchers. You know, everybody is different, and I feel like discipline definitely is what will keep you going. And once you find something that will work for you, everything just kind of falls into place. Reevaluating everything that you're doing, reevaluating your vitamins that you're taking. You may be missing a vitamin. You may be eating something that isn't agreeing with your body. I have IBS, so I have learned the hard way on what bothers my stomach and the things that don't. I'm different from, you know, you that are watching. Not everybody suffers from IBS. I can't have a lot of things like raw vegetables. I can't have any raw vegetables whatsoever. They hinder my IBS. You know, so a lot of people that'll say like, well, why don't you have like raw cauliflower or raw broccoli? That is still keto. Why aren't you implementing that? I can't. I cannot implement that because it doesn't work for my body. Same with nuts. You know, keto is, you know, when people think of keto, it's all high fat, which are almonds, almond flour, all of those things that you see that it kind of correspond with keto. I cannot have any of those things because I have an anaphylactic allergy to all nuts. Every single nut across the board. I also am allergic to fish, so I can't have any sort of fish. The only thing I can have is seafood, and I do love my seafood. However, it is very expensive. But, you know, everybody is different. The things that I don't share with you, it doesn't mean it's not allowed on keto or that I don't approve or, you know, anything like that. It's just, this is the way that I am doing it. And this is the way that I stay disciplined and I stay on track. I figure out what works for me and what doesn't work for me, and maybe what vitamins I am missing out on. Maybe like vitamin D. Vitamin D is huge here in Canada. We have a long, cold winter. It gets dark at like 4:00 p.m. here, you know, and it doesn't get light until 9 o'clock. Like, we live in a lot of darkness during the winter time. So definitely vitamin D plays a huge part. You need to kind of reevaluate everything that you're putting in your body. So if something is not working for you, you need to kind of maybe eliminate that or make it an addition to your diet. You know, those sort of things will help also play a part in how you're feeling, and especially on how you stay determined to make this a lifestyle in the future, right? We all go through that. It's kind of, I always say it's kind of like a trial and error. And honestly, it is. I hate to say that, you guys, but it really, really is. And what I'm doing and what I have done, I can only share with you what I have done and how I have been successful in losing 100 pounds. You could be doing exactly the same thing and not succeed because everybody is different. So I want to let you know that, you know what, you have to look in yourself to find that determination, to find what works for you. You know, maybe it's eliminating artificial sweeteners. Maybe it's eliminating, you know, dairy. You know, everybody is different, and that's something that unfortunately you have to figure out for yourself in order to work and make weight loss successful for you. Another thing that I wanted to kind of touch down on, and like I said, I want to go further into this as far as the mental aspect of weight loss, but there was moments, and there still is moments that I just feel unhappy with my diet. Honestly, there is definitely moments. There is moments when I feel, I wish I wasn't keto. I wish I didn't have to stay keto in order to be successful. And those sort of thoughts make me really unhappy. Seriously, they do. And those moments are like when we are going out, when we're in a social setting, going to the movies, not being able to have that popcorn, you know, because sometimes when I have that popcorn, that can lead me to the next day of wanting popcorn. It's all a mental thing, and it is with me. I'm not saying that everybody goes through it. I'm just explaining my circumstances and how I feel. And, you know, it does make me unhappy sometimes. But I also need to look at the bigger picture and the type of person that I am. And this is lifelong for me. This is lifelong. I'm not sure if I can ever be off of keto 100% of the time. And that I'm being dead serious. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you think that you can convert to being non-keto, you know, as time goes on and you get to your goal weight, that is fabulous. I know a lot of people that have been successful in doing that, but until I get more healing done with myself and my mental aspects with food, I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to go off of keto. It makes me feel my best mentally as well. I feel more clear, more mentally stable, more emotionally stable when I'm on keto. So there is definitely more aspects to being on keto than just weight loss, you know. And for me, that's how I feel. And when I go off of keto, I do feel even more of those feelings of guilt and self-hatred and all of those things. And that is one thing that I keep motivating and in my mind, that I need to stay on track. That's one thing that keeps me determined to stay on track, because I know how I feel when I'm on keto. I know how I feel when I'm not having those addictive carbs. I'm talking about me and my personal experiences. I know how I feel when I eat a higher fat diet. And you know, everything just kind of comes into play for me on keto. I don't have those ravenously hunger pains where I'm so hungry, like I could just, what is the saying, like I could eat a horse. I'm so hungry. I don't get those when I'm on keto. I feel, like I said, mentally clarity. I have energy. I sleep better. I function better. I have more ideas. It's amazing on how many positive things I feel while I'm on keto. So when I get those unhappy feelings that I do sometimes get still, that's what I think about. And I think about, you know, yes, I would really enjoy the food going back to non-keto, but it's not for me. It's not for me. And I'm just speaking once again from personal experiences. And I hope this maybe resonates with some of you. This is why I'm doing this video, is to let you know that how you're feeling is 100% normal, and encouraging you to keep that determination. It is not a race. It is not a race. Don't feel discouraged. Go on how you're feeling. Go on how you're sleeping, how your thought process is, how happy you are. You know, all of these things we need to definitely keep in mind while we're on keto, not just the scale, all right? Because, you know, the scale only lasts for so long. Once you get to your goal weight, guess what? The scale doesn't move anymore. It relatively should be staying the same, give or take 5 pounds, you know, higher or lower. But, you know, there is a long-term goal in weight loss, and that's feeling how you feel once you get to that goal weight. You know, feeling lighter, and all of these positive things that you will feel once you reach your goal for weight loss. So I hope this helps some of you. You know, I really wanted to do this video just to kind of ensure you to keep going. And, you know, everybody feels those struggles that you're feeling, whether you're starting your journey, in the middle of your journey, or if you're at your goal weight. Everybody feels the feelings that you feel. Does that make sense? So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a like to let me know that you're liking my content. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so YouTube can notify you when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.